All right, so we have 3 preludes. And so one is going to be for a wizard, one for a cleric, and then one for everybody else. So we'll do the everyone else one in just a little bit because those characters are still being made. Who, between wizard and cleric, who would like to go first?
Okay.
All right. It's dark. Ahead of you, as you travel, you begin to see the faint outline in the horizon of the barb. It's a jagged, half-ruined spire of gray stone. Many who aspire to join the mages of high sorcery have come here to prove their magical proficiency. The barb is usually nothing more than a ruin, its construction predating the cataclysm. But tonight, on the night of the eye, when Kryn's 3 moons align, the ruin is alive with magic once more. Soft light shines from the archway leading into the structure. You're not alone. There are others with you. Maybe a handful of people, all young, just starting their studies. This is one of those early opportunities that you can try your hand at real magic in a real circumstance without the danger of the full test. Failure here tonight will just be an embarrassment. Failure in the test will mean you die. As you approach, the doors of the archway open into a large atrium lit with flaming sconces and adorned with grand tapestries depicting Kryn's 3 moons. Doors circle the room. The light of the moon cascades through broad windows high above. At the center of the room stands a serene-looking woman with long gray hair and red robes. She nods as you all enter. There are several people who have already arrived, and they've kind of filed in to rows before this woman. You recognize the robes. She is a wizard of the tower. She has passed the test and is therefore just wearing those robes denotes some level of accomplishment, of competence that you recognize and you respect. The woman will nod to you as everybody files in, and she will kind of bow and she says, well, greetings. I am Rovina. I am something of a caretaker here. These moons align in this way once only every year and a half, and only for a limited time. And it is only in that time period that these doors open and allow people within. You will go in together, but the test is your own. And you will have to find your way back out again under your own power, or you will be removed when the moons scatter across the sky yet again. And don't worry, you won't be removed like you might be if you fail the test. Tonight is a practice run. Just give me an idea of how you might do later. Are there any questions before we begin? And everybody kind of looks around at each other.
I'm not going to ask any questions. I'm not going to be that person. So I'm going to blend in.
One scrawny human male will raise his hand. It's like, what does the test entail? She just smiles and says, find your way out. If there's nothing else, you could go inside. So as you cross through the door, you have gone in with everyone, and yet as you cross the door into the next room, you find that you're alone. It is a long, wide room that has another door on the far end of it.
Um, is it dark? Can I see without, like kind of casting any kind of light or holding a torch or anything?
It's dim, but it would be considered low light.
Okay. Um, I want to walk across to the other door, but as I do so, I kind of want to look around and see if there's anything hidden or any like secrets or anything that I can see like as I'm crossing the room.
Okay. Um, so go ahead and roll perception.
Okay. That is 17.
Okay. You don't see anything of note, and you particularly don't see the invisible wall as it comes into contact with your nose.
Ow. I'll, so I want to like kind of touch it and invest. Like, I guess obviously I'm not able to like see it other than through touch, but I want to kind of like run my hands around the whole thing and try to see if I can find any kind of mechanism to open it or get it out of my way.
All right, investigation.
And that will be an 18.
Okay. You don't find any mechanism or anything. You do kind of note that you're like in a hallway that goes off into one direction, and as you kind of feel along the way, you figure out, okay, this is a maze, and just with all of the walls invisible.
Oh, got it. Okay. Um, well, I guess I will kind of by feel try to walk along the hallways of the maze.
All right. You can roll either another investigate, or you can roll a survival.
I will take investigation.
All right.
That's a 26.
26. You are doing extremely well, and so you're beginning to get a feel for this. The maze is not complicated, but it's long. And so you're able to there's very few branches. It's almost more like a labyrinth than an actual maze where there's only one path. Any offshoots from the main path are very short, and you're able to quickly find your way back. The only difficulty, even though you feel that you are moving extremely quickly based on how you're doing this, it's taking a long time. So you've been going for 10 minutes, and you're looking at your place in the room, and you are no closer to that far doorway. You think you can make it this way, but you're going to burn most of your time doing it.
And based on what I know of the moons, how much time do I have
It'd be
for
total.
them to like leave alignment?
It'd be a total of 2 hours total, basically.
Okay, but I'm concerned about time right now.
Yeah.
Um, Geez. Does it feel like I have not moved any? Or
No.
that I have
You've
just
made
moving
you've
very slowly?
right. You have made progress. This labyrinth just is longer than you expected, and it just the fact that you're feeling around is it's not you're not able to keep a good pace.
Okay. Um, I don't have much available to me at this stage, but trying to think. I guess could I roll maybe another investigation or an arcana even to try to figure out why it is that it is taking me so long?
Um, and I can answer this without it, without you rolling. It's just a function of how big it is.
Okay.
With you like, feeling your way, it's just a very long distance that you're having to kind of guide yourself by touch at. Like even if you were walking, you think it would take a good while.
Okay.
But the fact that you're feeling your way, it's just taking longer.
Well, okay. I don't think I have anything that's going to help me take less time, so I'm just going to continue on as is and just burn the extra time, I guess.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and roll me an investigation.
Okay. 13.
13. Okay. The rest of the way is not going extremely well. If you want to use that roll for the remainder of your time, you can. Or if you wanted to try something else after another 10 minutes or so, um, either way.
God, I don't know. The only other thing that I can think of is that I do have detect magic, and I don't know if that would help me get out faster. If there's, something if it would help me see something at the end, but it seems like it's just a long way. um, I have identify. Gosh, I don't have anything that's going to make invisible stuff visible. That's the problem.
Well, do you want to try one of them?
I will try. Let's see, what does identify actually do? Learn its properties and how to use them. Yeah, let me try. I'll cast Identify on the wall because it'll let me. It says I can choose one object. I have to touch it. If it's a magic item, I can learn its properties, whether it requires attunement, how many charges it has, whether any spells are affecting it, and what spells it is. If an item is created by spell, I can learn which spell created it. I don't know if this will help me or
Okay.
not,
Yeah.
but I'll cast it. We'll see.
All right. You you cast it on there, and as you're touching it and casting identify it with it, you're kind of understanding of the wall filters through, and you realize that this is all just one, massive kind of permanent invisibility spell on this. You're in awe of the amount of magical power it took to make this place. But you get a flash of the way the kind of the path forward as you're gaining this understanding of it. And so with that, your pace increases dramatically, and
Oh, nice.
you're able to get through it in about 45 minutes.
Okay. So, all right. I guess I come to a door on the other end of this maze.
Yeah. And there is this door does not have a handle on it, but it does have a brass knocker in the kind of the form of a lion, and below that you see um, uh, what what are 10 10 dials that are separated into two groups of five, and you see that there are random letters kind of clicked in on each one, but they're the kind that and you can get different letters on them.
Hmm. Fun. Can let me look around. I guess start just by investigating the area to see if there's any clue or
Yeah.
words around that I'm missing.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead and roll it.
14.
14. No, there's nothing else around here, except the invisible walls, which you can't see, and
Mm-hmm.
dirt on the ground. So nothing you can find.
I guess before I try to move the dials, I'm gonna like knock on the knocker and then like run away really quick, like step back really quick.
So you on the knocker, and as you're running away, the lion's head on the knocker animates. It's like, who's there?
I will say, "It's me, Saria. Open the door."
Ah, it's been a year and a half already. Time flies when you're an inanimate object. Um,
I can imagine.
so you who would try to get through here, you must solve the puzzle. You're supposed to be witty and wizard-like, right? So get the
Try.
go get the right phrase, and you will find your way in. I don't know why I'm doing so much hand gestures as the DM. This character has no hands at all.
My condolences for your lack of hands, dear knocker.
It's supposed to be a clue or something. Goodness, I keep forgetting. It's been so long.
Well, come, I'm being timed.
Well, let me think. It has something to do with a good joke. Do you know any good jokes?
Let me think. Not particularly.
Well, I don't know if you... Oh, you're an elf. Humorless people, you.
Hey,
You might be in trouble. I'm going to be honest with you.
I don't know any jokes.
Well, yes. It's a joke
Okay.
setup
Well,
of something.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to the dials,
Yes,
and I'm
go
gonna
to the
spell out
dials.
knock knock.
As you spell out knock knock,
I do.
a rolled up piece of paper comes out of the lion's mouth right when he's like, you'll never...
And I just, as I take it, I say, "Shh."
I was expecting it to take you longer to get that one. But as you unroll it, you see that this is a scroll with the knock spell on it.
Wait. Yeah, I would like to use that spell scroll and unlock this door.
Yeah. As you do so, the door opens, and you enter a smaller room, and it's very, very dark. But the light from the moons is coming from a small hole in the ceiling, and it's casting these like triple shadows. Got a kind of overlapping circles of one of white light and one of red light and one of darkness that normal people would not be able to see, but you can see it. And
Not normal people.
and where the three circles cross is a pedestal, and floating on the pedestal is a golden key.
Okay. Right off the bat, this reminds me of Mario Party, where you're like swimming in the pool, and like the game is you have to like get all the spotlights all together, and once you do that, the cage comes down and hits the person. And so I don't know if I want to step next to the key. I have Gust. I'm gonna cast Gust. It's a cantrip, and try to blow the key off the pedestal.
It does not move.
Okay.
You're gonna spend the rest of your
Um,
time just staring at this key, like I don't know what to do. Yeah,
no,
yeah.
I will
Wilkes is right.
cautiously.
If you're getting D&D hints from Mario Party, that might be a problem.
It's a problem. We play a lot of Mario Party. I will cautiously walk up to the pedestal before I actually touch the key. Like whenever I put my hand like in the place where the lights all converge, does anything happen?
No.
Okay, then I will try to grab the key.
Okay. As your hand wraps around the key, the room around you dissolves away, and you're back in the courtyard of the Barb, and there, Ravina is standing, and says, "Oh, very well done. You weren't the first one out, but you're certainly not the last. I think you've done well."
Thank you. Uh, would you like your key?
No, 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 that is yours. And let me show you, though, what you can do. And she'll hold out a hand for it.
I'll give it to her.
Okay. She'll put it in the air and then twist it. And as she twists it, a chest appears from a pocket dimension and opens up. And this is like a variation of Leomund's secret chest spell. And as she turns it again, it closes and goes back into its pocket dimension, and she will hand the key back to you.
Oh, very nice. Thank you.
Yes, I think you do have a future ahead of you. Here, take this with you. When it's time for the test, they will ask you for it, and she'll hand you a sealed envelope with the seal of the tower on it. And she'll say, "Be sure not to open it before the test, okay?"
I will do my best to resist all temptations to be nosy.
Very good. What was your name again?
Saria.
Oh, wait. I have something else for you. Hold on. And she will. She kind of looks through her robe and finally pulls something out of her pocket, and it's it is another envelope, and it has your name in flowing script on it, and you note on the back it is sealed with the symbol of a sword.
Um, may I open this one?
Yes, that one's for you.
Okay, I'll open it and read what's inside.
And you see a letter that is very very neatly written, and it says, "Dear friend, I am Berlin Uth Viharen. I've heard much about you from our mutual friend Ispin Greenshield. It grieves me to share the news that our dear friend Ispin passed away peacefully here in his home in Vogler. May fortune of the old gods protect his soul. Ispin friends are holding a memorial for him in the manner he always wanted. It will take place here in Vogler. I write to ask you to do Ispin one last honor and attend. Should you come, accommodations will be available at the Brass Crab. In disposing of his estate, he did recall you in the distribution of his belongings, so please make your best effort to come. Though the circumstances are sad, I am eager to meet you and, through our memories, to revel in the life of our great friend, Berlin Uth Viharen, Knight of the Crown."
What do I know about my friend that's recently passed away?
I don't know. You tell me.
I don't know. This is a name I've never heard before.
Roll a d6.
Roll a d6, he says. Okay. 5.
5. Okay. It's been spent a season many years ago with your family and taught you a little bit about swordplay, sailing, a language, or another skill.
Right.
He's in general he was a Knight of Solamnia. He's very old at this point, and but just a really really kind a gentleman.
Okay. And then the letter writer, is this a name I'd ever heard him mention before? Would I recognize this name?
No.
Okay. Well, I will thank Rovina for giving me the message, and I suppose I will set out for my friend's funeral.
All right. Very good. Okay. How is everybody's characters completed? Any further questions that we've hit?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. We can do the cleric one or the other one. Would anybody prefer to go first or last?
You can do the cleric one if you want.
Yeah, that sounds
All right, we'll go.
All right. You, Jimbleton, you've had you received a similar letter. Are you able to read?
No. So
Okay. I didn't think so.
I was looking forward to role playing receiving that letter.
Well,
I was just gonna put it in my pocket. No idea what it says. Oh, thank you.
Jimbleton never joins us because he couldn't read the letter.
Sorry, I'm gonna roll a new character now. No.
You at some point you know, it falls out of your pocket or something when you're in the presence of somebody. You're like, oh yeah, here, read this for me. And you remember your friend Ispin fondly. Do you know how the two of you met?
Yeah, he. I was, alone at the mission, and he was, I guess, I don't know, sent by the church or volunteered to do this, simple task of collecting me from my essentially hermitage to bring me back to the larger church group. And so, we just traveled together for like a week to get back to Somnia, I guess. Solamnia.
Yeah. All right. Great. And did you decide, were you on board with the Seekers or the Old Gods?
I think let's see, this god that Mishakal, is that a new one or an
no,
old
that's
one?
an old one.
Then I'll just go with the old ones,
Okay,
I guess.
great. All right. So you have been on your way to Vogler to go to this memorial service, and your letter also mentioned that that Ispin had how was it worded? In disposing of his estate, he did recall you in the distribution of his belongings. You did not understand that, but it seemed important.
No, I didn't.
And so you are on your way. You remember Ispin fondly, anyways, and so this his death, though understandable because he was very old, was hard to hear. So you
I think probably whoever read the letter to me, which I would imagine is the courier that gave it to me, indicated that I should go to this place.
Yeah. So along the way, as is normal, as you're going to town, at times, you find other people who are going to the next stop, and you'll all travel together. But in this, the final leg of your journey, you weren't able to find anybody who is heading to Vogler, and so you are heading alone. It's a safe enough road, and so you don't think that you're going to have any trouble. But still, one night while you're sleeping, I realize right now that I'm on the wrong page. While you're sleeping, you have a very, very vivid dream. You're standing in the center of a forest clearing. Clashing steel echoes from the thicket beyond. As you look around, you realize piles of bodies cover the ground. One of the fallen clutches something against their chest. You look at it and you see the symbol of Mishakal, and it's glowing. And you feel the need to reach for it. But it's right then that you wake up. And you've as you wake up, you find that it's still dark and the fire is low. But you also notice something that's different. Your pack is open, and several things have been just kind of tossed around.
I'm going to put them back in.
Okay. As you do so, you realize that you're missing several items. One of them is your holy symbol.
Okay, then I'm gonna look around and see if I see anyone.
Okay. Either do investigation or survival for me.
Survival. 9.
All right. With a 9, you are able to make out that there's been some rustling of bushes and stuff. So you're pretty sure someone's been here, but you think they might have gone out into the forest, but you're really not sure.
Did I hear bushes rustle?
You have not.
Oh, so I wouldn't know which way it might go.
No, like they've been messed up on like one side of the road, and so you think it's kind of in that direction, but not a specific direction.
Okay, then
Do I see a footprint?
With a 9, no.
then
I guess I'll go the way that looked rustled, and I'll take my backpack with me.
Okay.
Yeah, after I finish packing it up.
Yeah. Right. As you're making your way through the forest, go ahead and roll me perception.
17.
17. You are able to make out commotion and laughter, kind of out towards your left.
Okay, and then I'll just go there.
Okay. All right. As you approach, you see a clearing, and this seems familiar to you. It seems like it did in your dream, except the growth is different. It's like it's the same place, but many years removed. You kind of instinctively look around, and there's no bodies there, but there you do see these kind of dartings of green creatures around. And roll me nature.
1.
You have no idea what these things are.
Okay, then I'm going to say, did you take something? These things.
They stop and kind of startle, and they look around, and you see that these are kind of smallish green creatures, and
Do they look like they're an animal or like a magical creature?
they look magical. They look like they look like walking trees, except they're not like ants at all, but they have kind of the form of a female, but they have leaves and stuff growing off of them.
How tall are they? Like, are they my height, or are they like?
They're a little bit shorter, but yeah, they're medium sized.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's like 4 of them, and they startle and they kind of back up, and they say they say something, long that do you speak Elfish?
No.
Okay, they you have no idea what they're talking about as they talk, and they seem to kind of recognize that, and
I'm gonna say Jovish Toss, which is, did you take something in what I'm going to call Dwarvish, but it's actually Polish.
they kind of look at each other and and kind of shrug, and then one of them
I'll do this because that's the symbol of
Mishakal. Yeah.
Mishakal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of the infinity symbol, and and they'll get wide eyed, and they'll go yes, and they kind of chatter on, and they'll point you in a direction, and you see like these stones of a ruin over there, and they very excitedly point you into that direction.
Okay, I guess I'll go that way. This is really strange for me.
Pretty sure meeting dryads would be strange for anybody, but
Probably. I'm probably wondering if I'm still dreaming.
So a crumbling stone structure is kind of rising out of the undergrowth. Its roof is pierced by the trunk of a immense tree, but the walls are mostly intact. As you kind of come through the door, you see that this is a very ancient shrine to the old gods, and you immediately recognize the statues. The statues there. These are the they're small depictions of each of the gods of good. You see the stone figure of the platinum dragon Paladine, and you see Brancala, who the bard, the symbol of the phoenix for Habakkuk. You see the symbol of the ram in Kirajolith, the spider for Masher, and then finally a depiction of Mishakal, who is depicted always as a beautiful woman, and her hand is up, and you just from your experience that she is making the symbol of her faith. And then as you're looking at it, she does. Her hand moves and makes a symbol. What's up?
Before I enter the ruins, I would have performed some sort of ritual that I would have done at my church mission. I don't have any rituals prepared, but I would have done something before entering, the church grounds.
Yeah.
So I'm going to roll a performance for that.
Okay.
Because I want to roll the dice, and I got a 12. But I did the thing before entering, and then she waved the infinity symbol at me.
Well, with a 12, no, she's not going to do that. She's
Right,
very
no. I'm going to go to sleep again.
She does, and you see the statue move, and she speaks to you, and she says, "Faithful Jimbleton, you have come a long way, but we would have you go a little bit farther. You have served me very, very well, even when you have not heard the answers. But I promise you, The gods have not left. The world has left the gods, but no longer. We are going to restore. We are going to restore Kryn.
Okay.
Oh, dang.
You will carry my power with you. And then the statue freezes up again in its original position. And you notice for the first time that hanging off her finger is your holy symbol, your infinity sign.
And I'm gonna take it,
Okay.
and I guess wear it around my neck.
Okay.
Have you ever read Ender's Game, but then kept reading all the books that get a little bit weird and sci-fi like after? I can't remember which one, but one of the books, there's like a whole planet of people who have like a disease that gives them extreme OCD where they perform rituals over and over.
Oh no.
And so I'm kind of thinking of like Jimpleton's religious experience is that,
Nice.
where he just like he doesn't understand what or why he's doing the thing. He just does it because that's what he was supposed to do. So like when he does this before entering, he doesn't know what he's doing. He just, before I go into church, I have to do this.
Yeah.
And so,
I like it. All right, very good. None of your other stuff is here. Are you heading back, or are you going to go farther into the forest?
Oh, I'm still missing things?
Yeah.
I'll go back to the Dryads. What else was missing?
Just some of your kind of everyday stuff, like your comb. You had a pair of socks that are gone.
If it's nothing of much value, maybe a comb is valuable, I don't know. Then I'll just, I got what I wanted.
Okay. So are you going to?
I'm not gonna search further. I'm not good at searching.
Okay.
I'll probably just get lost.
Are you heading back to camp or to the Dryads?
We'll go to the Dryads. Maybe they know. Like maybe they have it. I don't know.
The Dryads are very excited that you've returned because they see your symbol, and so they all start doing this, and clapping, and speaking in Elfish.
So I'll do the symbol to recognize, and then start pantomiming all the things that are missing. Like,
So you're putting your foot up. Yeah.
Like I'll point to my sock if I'm wearing one, and then
Right.
I'll do like this.
Okay. So roll insight.
Inside. Oh, nice. 17.
Okay. You genuinely don't think they know what you're talking about. They knew about the holy symbol, but this other stuff, like you think they understand you, but they just don't. They have not seen this stuff.
Then I guess I'll look at the ruins again, like look around the ruins, see if it's just there somewhere,
Okay.
like just sitting out, but that's it. Otherwise, I'll just go back to camp.
Okay. All right. Well,
And I would look around at camp maybe when they took the symbol that threw stuff around.
okay. Roll investigate for the ruins.
7.
7. Yeah. Nothing comes up while you're there, and so as you return to the camp, as you're coming through the trees and the foliage around you, you notice that there is a rather small person that is kind of sitting next to the fire.
Hello.
The person turns around and you see a young male kinder with the traditional top knot on his head with his hair flowing back, and the kinder about 3 feet tall, and so he's very, very small, and he waves at you, and you notice that he is wearing your socks as mittens. He goes, "Oh, hello."
You took my socks.
"Oh, it took them. Not obviously not. I just found them. But if they're yours, I'm really happy that I got to give them back to you. Here you go."
I'll take them.
He takes them and then he
thank
starts
you.
smelling his fingers. And
Did you find anything else?
find anything else? No. I wouldn't take something that wasn't mine. I'm Tim.
Did you take a comb?
Comb? Oh well,
Tim?
I have several combs right here. Hold on, let me get you one. And he pulls out several combs, and one of them is very clearly yours.
I'll point to the one that's mine.
Here you go.
Well, thank you.
Well, you're welcome.
And if
Anything else that I know is missing, I would go through the
list of missing things,
right. And he
try to get them all back.
right, and he has them all, and is very happy to share your belongings back to you. And he reintroduces himself. He's like, Tim Timble. What's your name?
Templeton.
Templeton. Where are you heading?
I'm gonna point.
Oh, that's where I'm going. Maybe we could travel together for a little bit.
Okay. I have to sleep.
All right, I'll keep watch. I'm well rested.
Make sure you don't borrow my things.
Oh, I would never do that.
Good.
All right.
And then I'll go to sleep.
Okay. Nicely done. So,
It's awesome. That's so good.
the other three of you, obviously the two of you are traveling together, but somewhere along the way, you met up with what's your name? Sorry,
Griffith.
And through conversation or whatever, you realize that all three of you have gotten one of these letters that you have been invited to the funeral, and all three of you have been included in the will, and so you're barely a couple of days away at this point, and heading in, and are y'all Griffith, does the nature of your injury slow you down any as far as walking speed goes?
Not at this point. Maybe a slight limp.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you're making decent time. You've known this area. All of you know this area fairly well, and so you're making good time in there. It is in the morning of probably your second to last day of travel, where you hear the sounds of battle ahead, and then all of a sudden you don't hear it anymore. It was brief, the clanking of swords, the yelling, the groaning under injury, and it's kind of far in the distance, but then it's gone again. And as you come closer, you hear suddenly heavy footfalls and panting, and a young man wearing just farmer's clothes comes scurrying towards you, and he hits, a root and kind of stumbles over and towards you, and he looks up. He's like, please help, we've been attacked.
As I see him approaching, sort of in the further distance, I'll sort of call out before I recognize. And who goes there?
My name is Reese. We were traveling to town, and we were attacked.
Attacked by whom?
I don't know. I don't know. I've never seen these things before. They're monsters.
How many? Can you remember?
3, 4.
I'll look over at Rowena and Czar. Feel up for a fight?
Yeah.
Yeah. Funerals get me in the mood. For a fight, that is.
And Griffith will sort of heft up his halberd and start jogging off in that direction.
Zara will follow behind him. I'm going to pull out my bow and knock an arrow as I'm kind of jogging behind him, looking for a place to hide out for an initial assault.
Yeah. I'll follow him also.
And this is going to take some editing if this does become a podcast. Gembleton, I forgot to tell you. Your holy symbol now has a faint glow to it that was not there before. And once per day, it's going to add 1d6 of healing to a spell you cast.
Whoa.
Okay.
So,
Whoa.
all right, back.
I guess this is something that I just like innately know.
Well, yeah, as you're wearing it, like you're noticing it, and you're gonna feel that power. As you go, you're gonna feel more and more of the power of the goddess with you. That, like, you were not able to heal before because the gods were separated from people, but now you can, and it's intuitive to you. You know that this is Mishikal's touch on your life.
That makes
And
sense.
so, all right, sorry. So, getting back, Reese will kind of tell you where to go, and so as you approach the area, you recognize where he's been, and you kind of see this carriage kind of overturned ahead of you.
Are there any sort of injured people, survivors, wounded,
All right.
that we can see?
Are you approaching directly? Are you gonna kind of hide?
Sure. Griffith is running up.
Okay.
Direction.
I'm hiding when I see the carriage. When you turn a bend and I see
Yeah.
commotion, I hide.
All right. Go ahead and roll me stealth. Anybody who's hiding. Also, we'll do perceptions.
Great. Ooh.
15.
Okay.
For stealth.
Yeah, and I got 11.
Are you stealthing in?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What are y'all's your perception?
I rolled a 4.
4. Okay.
25.
You get the vague impression that there's some, like, you hear some sound. You're not sure. You're turning the wrong way. But those of you in the bushes, you are very confused by the sight ahead of you. These monsters are about human-sized, large, bulky, and they're wearing armor and they're holding swords, but they're scaly like a lizard, and they have small stubby wings on their backs and long tails, and you can see the sharpness of their teeth as they turn toward each other. They're speaking to each other in a guttural, dark speech that you don't recognize at all. But below them, you see several humans have just been, just cut apart and dead there.
Okay, I'm gonna look at Rowena, and I'm looking also like I'm kind of nervously looking towards Griffin. Is it Griffin or Griffin?
Griffwood.
Griffwood. I'm gonna be looking towards him as well, and kind of. Is he still? Are you still charging headlong into this?
Does he see them? I mean,
with that roll, no, you're looking the wrong way.
Okay. So I'm just jogging in towards the carriage, the overturned carriage. Yeah, probably just sort of slow jogging with his halberd down. Like looking for.
I'm gonna.
What's going on?
Shoot an arrow.
Okay.
To kind of help Griffin.
All right. Let's go ahead and roll initiative.
Okay.
And we'll have maps for all future battles,
goodness.
but for this one, we're going to just do Theater of the Mind. Griffin is, is that not a good roll?
He used up all his luck and character
I
creation.
did. I did. I just rolled a 6.
All right.
I got a +4.
Zara, what'd you get?
I got a 20, dirty 20.
All right. That's referred to as a sloppy Joe. It's not really, but I'm trying to start a thing.
I like it. I'll go with it. I got a sloppy Joe.
Rowena.
11.
All right. All right, we're going to have a surprise round where Zara and Rowena can go, and then we'll start a regular round. Zara, you are up first.
And, I'm going to use my ranged attack, my short bow. I have it knocked already.
Mm-hmm.
So, dang. I don't know if I have my stuff equipped, but I did.
Oh, yeah. D&D Beyond is kind of quirky about equipping stuff.
Where do I go? Here?
Let me see. I might be able to do it for you.
Description, maybe.
Inventory.
Here. I don't know if you need to reload or something, but I equipped everything for you.
Might be edit character.
Yeah, I guess I can do that.
D&D Beyond really needs to fix that. I don't know why they default
they make you
not equipping
yeah.
when it's like this is a new character, guys. Just equip everything. We'll worry about that later.
Okay. Let's see here real quick. Let me just add it real quick. Dang, I thought
If you go back, you should. I don't know if you can reload it, but it's.
Oh, it says wielding.
Yeah,
it says I'm wielding it.
Yeah, I wielded everything for you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so go back.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. So go back to abilities or actions. Okay. All right. Thank you, man. All right. So short bow. They got a 16.
16 will hit.
Okay, and then is this adding my sneak attack in, or no? I'll probably have to add that in manually.
That's a good question. I think it gives the option.
If it's 1d6 plus 4, doesn't sound like.
No, that's not with sneak attack.
7 plus a d6, I think I get for sneak attack. 1d6.
Mm-hmm.
think it's 1d6 right now.
I believe so.
So 3, so 7, so 10 damage.
10 damage. All right. So yeah, like that creature turns around and thunk right into his chest. He just yells out this deep resonating screech at you, Rowena. And by the way, Griffin is like, wait, and turns around, like, oh, they're right in front of me.
Oh, dang. Oh, crap. My guts.
Okay.
God.
I guess I'm gonna shoot one of them with my longbow.
Same one or a different one?
How many are there?
3.
Um,
3.
I would say a different one because I'm probably shooting at the same time he is, but
Yeah.
I don't know
Okay.
which. So I rolled an 11 though.
11 misses. Yeah, no, it goes off to the side and hits the overturned carriage there. And we're heading to the top of the order. Cesar, you are up first in the first normal round.
Oh, nice. All right. All right. So I'm guessing I'm not gonna have sneak attack this round
Right.
because I'm exposed. Okay. There's a straight. Oh wait. No, I did damage roll. Sorry. Hold on. Wait. Yeah. I picked the wrong one. 16.
16 hits. Is that going to be the same one that you attacked earlier?
Yeah.
Okay.
7 damage.
Nice. All right. So, yeah, like in the middle of his scream, another one thunks, and he's like, ah, and he's pretty pissed. So it is his turn. He's going to charge after you, but you are far enough away that he's going to take a couple of rounds to get to you.
Okay.
The other two creatures turn to the person in front of them, and Griffin, 19 hit.
I'm sorry.
19 hits?
Yeah, that's gonna be 7 damage as he swings his sword at you. The other one swings twice with an 8, which I hope is not gonna hit.
No, it does not.
What about 17?
17 hits.
Okay, for 5 damage.
Okay. So let's see, minus 12.
Yeah.
All right.
Rowena? So there's one charging after you that's been wounded, and the other two are attacking Griffin. I keep having to look at the names. I'll learn your names.
I guess I'm gonna shoot the one that's charging towards us.
Okay.
A 19.
Oh yeah, that's gonna hit.
Okay. 9 damage.
9 damage. All right. So as the arrow thunks in, you're expecting this thing to fall, but he kind of does and kind of doesn't, and his body starts turning this gray color, and his features become frozen in place, and he tumbles over and then cracks and splinters off into pieces, and you realize that in death he petrified.
Interesting.
I'm gonna raise my eyebrows. That's awesome.
Griffin.
All right. Am I within 30 feet of any of them?
Both of them.
Okay. Oh, that's right. They've just attacked me. Okay.
You got hit pretty hard. I don't blame you for not remembering.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. You guys see, Griffith take these hits, and he just goes down and hits the dirt hard.
Yeah.
Hops back up, and swings his halberd in a sort of upward slash
All right.
at one of them
Okay.
for a 22
Oh, yeah.
to hit.
For sure.
Okay. I am going to use maneuvering attack. When I hit with a weapon attack, I can expend 1 superiority die to add to the total of the damage roll, and allow a creature that can see or hear me to use its reaction to move up to half its speed without provoking opportunity attacks from the target. My attack.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and so I'm going to call out, Rowena, can you flank to the left? And as I attack, and so let's see what damage is. You don't have to move if you don't want to. 12
12 damage? Okay.
plus a 1d6 for the superiority die. So that's 15.
All right.
And as my bonus action, I will second wind.
Okay.
And roll 1 die 10 to get some hit points back.
Very good.
Ah, dang. And I only get 5 hit points back. I'm gonna die.
Let's start thinking of another character, all right?
Yep, exactly.
Rowena, are you moving in or to the side?
Yes, I'll move around.
Okay. All right. And it is Czar's turn.
Well, if any of the opponents are within 5 feet, I get sneak attack damage. So is he within melee? These guys. So the one that he hit, I'm gonna try to knock off the one that he is already hitting.
Okay.
So 11.
11 does not hit.
Ah.
Like I imagine as he's sticking the halberd in, he's like pushes because he's stabbed him and it pushes him a little that way, and the arrow was like trained on his head, but then just zooms right past.
I like that. I go with that. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. I told me they fixed it. Sorry. I'm solo reference.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, that one that's wounded is attacking and swings wildly around for 6 and a 6, which I hope will not hit you. Otherwise, you made your character wrong. And
They do not hit.
the other one does charge in 7 and 6. Wow, we really did just blow all of our good rolls on character creation, didn't we? These swords are just like swinging by you and just narrowly missing you each time. And Rowena, it is your turn.
How close, since I moved, how close am I to them?
You can get there this round and make an attack if you'd like.
Yeah, I'm gonna move. I have a spear. So that is considered a melee weapon, right? So I have to be within 5 feet, or is that a reach? Does it have reach?
The spear.
I think spears with. I can't remember actually.
I mean, it says melee, but it says range 20 feet and 60 feet. But I guess that's if you're throwing it.
Right.
Reach 5 feet. Yeah.
5
okay.
feet, yeah.
So yeah. So I'm gonna move in, and why can't I close that window? There we go. I'm going to attack with a 21 to hit.
For sure. Now, is this the unwounded one or the wounded one?
The unwounded one.
Okay.
7 damage. Not very much, but
Okay.
all right.
All right, Griffin.
Okay. I will swing down again with the halberd overhead. Ooh, for an 11, I miss.
Yep. That misses.
Okay. I don't have anything else to do.
Okay. Ah, good old level 1 characters.
I know.
When you're used to playing higher, you're like, oh, I guess I'm done.
Yeah.
All right, Czar.
All right, I'm gonna just try this again. Just gonna keep plunking at this guy.
The gravely wounded one or the slightly wounded one?
The gravely wounded one.
Okay.
All right. 25.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So 6 plus a 1d6, which is 7. So 7 altogether.
Okay. That's just enough. And the arrow plunks into him. And again, you see from the wound growing out this petrification, and it makes a little statue of this creature that kind of just tilts over and rolls off to the side with his arrow still stuck in there.
I got him. I'm gonna talk to Batman.
The other one swings quickly at Rowena. The first roll is a 7, so the sword just goes harmlessly to the side, but the second one is 13.
That does not hit.
Oh, okay. And again, you just kind of sidestep out of the way, and it is your turn.
All right. Well, I'm gonna stab him again. Yep, with my spear. 15.
15
to
hits.
hit.
Yep.
And a 8 damage.
All right. Griffin.
And that's my go.
I think he's reading something.
Ah.
Griffin.
Oh, sorry. Okay, yeah, I was reading my character sheet. I'm attacking again with my halberd and miss again because I'm injured. Just straight into the dirt. And that will be my go.
All right, Czar.
Okay, I'm kind of like, when I see him miss, I'm like, oh. I'm going to shoot with for 17.
17 hits.
Wait,
Short sword.
same here. I did short sword, but I didn't meant to do short bow. It's the same.
You stabbed that tree right in front of you. You got him good.
Oh, no. 5 damage he's within 5 feet still, right?
Yeah.
5 damage with 7 damage total.
Okay. And the last one thunks and becomes stone as well, and it falls hard, and an arm breaks off, and the head kind of rolls over to the side as the last one falls, and we are out of battle. I had all these Sirenscape things prepared, and I forgot to turn it on at all. That's terrible. Next time.
I can hear it now.
You can add them to the podcast.
Right, yes.
Griffin,
have I ever
okay?
seen... They hit me pretty good. I'll be all right.
Nothing like the whiskey game. I'm not going to buy.
True words. Have I ever seen these creatures before?
No.
Okay.
Have we seen these either?
No.
Jimmy and I?
No.
I've read about them.
No. Roll nature.
Yeah, 13.
Still no.
Okay.
That was a trick. It's an impossible roll. You have never heard of these things before.
Okay. I'm gonna go look at the. I'm kind of. This is crazy. I'm gonna go to try to grab my arrows out.
Yeah, and they are like embedded in stone.
And did all their equipment turn as well? All their clothing and equipment?
Yep.
Nothing's...
Yeah, everything's stone.
Everything's stone.
This is bizarre.
What about the victims?
The victims
Is there anything-
are human. You look through their stuff, and as you do so, Reese approaches and just says, "Oh,
Hold back, Reese. You may not want to see this. It'd be better if you don't."
thank you for killing them, but
Do you have any family that you can go to, or
yeah,
are
well,
they all...
I was heading to Vogler, and my I have some family there. If
Is that the same direction we're going?
well, yeah, it's good trading post. So,
Maybe you can walk with us for a while.
well, thank you. There's we might be able to salvage some of the supplies. I think I have a few things that I can give you for your trouble if you don't mind helping carry some of the stuff.
Not at all.
And if we could bury
Of course.
here.
Of course.
So he's going to give you, you're going to find 40 steel. So note about Kryn. Kryn
Okay.
does not use gold. Gold is worthless here. They use copper, silver, and steel. Steel is the metal currency here. So when I say steel, think gold. When I say gold, because I'm gonna mess up, correct me and say steel.
Okay.
X.
On your character sheet, we're gonna use the gold section for steel, and so there's 40 steel. You're going to get a cloak of elven kind, an immovable rod, and a ring of jumping. And how you want to split that up is up to y'all. We don't have to decide now if y'all don't want to.
Okay, yeah.
And
Ring of jumping and immovable rod.
And I'll put stats and everything in Discord. But with that, you all make your way into the town of Ogler, where we will pick up next time at the inn.
Is it Ogler or Vogler with a V?
V.
Awesome. Well, sweet.
Awesome, man.
So yeah, the plan is that the note: this elves' land called steel, copper, and called gold, lead. Right. So I think our intention is that we're going to pick a consistent Sunday each month. We don't know when that's going to be at this point, but we'll post schedules and stuff there, and pick up there next time.
Cool.
Before we leave this session 0/Prelude, I know this world is weird. Do y'all have any questions or anything so far?
No questions, but while y'all were fighting, I did figure out how to get my feet added. So yay.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
And Jen, and Jen is like, every time I nearly say the name of this enemy, and like, and the monster, Jen is like, yeah, I know what those are. actually, Doug does too, since he started reading the book.
Magical creatures normal?
It's a total mystery to me, so
is
I'm here
seeing a
for it.
dryad?
What was
For
that?
me, was that a once in? Are magical creatures normal, or would seeing a dryad be like a? This is weird. This never happened before.
It's been known to happen. So if you spend time in forest, you'll probably run into some every few years. If you spend time in cities now. But yeah, they're around. They're not crazy rare.
Okay. I was just wondering if it was like the only thing that exists are animals, and these magic creatures are like, whoa, what's going on?
Oh no. They're definitely rare. It's a rare treat to see some, but they're around. They're
Okay.
all right. With that, thank y'all for tuning in, and we'll go ahead and cut the stream. We'll be sure and stay tuned either on Discord or Twitter or something for scheduling. But we'll catch y'all next time, and we'll start the adventure together as a party.
Yay!
Yeah.
All right.
It was fun.
Bye, everybody.
If
What's that?
I cast the healing from my holy symbol, and I add it to a spell that affects more than one target, does it heal all of the targets?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Good night, all.
All right. Good night, man.
Yay.